Hello and welcome to Scrub Mode, the podcast that lies at the intersection of monsters and gaming. And I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here with my two friends, John and Ryan.
I'm John.
What's up?
That's my buddy Ryan.
And today we're going down the monster manual some more.
Yeah. I'm gonna come out of it when we're done with this monster manual thing. I'm gonna come out of this like a crazed hermit.
Oh.
We are completing the C's with a step into the D's today.
Yeah.
Turns out there's a lot of shit in there in that monster manual. There's a lot of shit.
A lot of stuff. It's a very
Sorry,
thick
content.
book. A lot of content.
A lot of in-betweeners.
A lot of good content here, man.
Yes. How you guys doing?
Oh, I'm doing great, John. I'm just getting settled into my new home with my wife, so that's pretty awesome.
That rules.
Yay.
If you're at home right now, I don't care if you're driving, clap for Julio. Take those hands off the steering wheel. You monetize me, I don't care.
Yeah, give him a good clap, fellas.
Actually, that's a great transition that I just set up. Spooky hands. Driving accidents.
Oh, man.
Ooh. Dismembered hands.
In the monster manual. The crawling claw, right?
The crawling claw, that's the one, which is just a spooky little hand. It's very funny that this monster exists because there are so many spooky hands.
Especially in Legend of Zelda. What are they called? Wall
Oh, I
Master?
didn't even think of that one. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah,
they're floor masters and wall masters.
Floor Masters and Wall Masters. Yeah.
I was thinking, like, in my notes, I've got, like, well, obviously there's, the Thing from the Addams Family, right?
Yeah. He's like a regular sized human hand.
Yeah, and then there's the evil hands from Ash's evil hand from Evil Dead.
Right, the demon possessed hands.
And then I don't know if this counts, but like I thought about the weird pit from the Labyrinth. Have you guys seen the Labyrinth? With David Bowie and Jennifer.
That's been a long time since I've seen that movie.
Do you remember the scene where she falls down the pit and a bunch of human hands grab her and stop her? And then,
Oh, yeah.
it's got very weird aura because they're making faces with their hands, but also like it's a bunch of adult human hands just sort of like grabbing her.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
It's spooky.
I don't know, you got any other spooky hands? There's a lot of spooky hands is my point.
You ever see the movie Idle Hands?
I've not seen that.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
Who was in that movie? Who was that? What Starlet?
Starlet. Oh,
it was the female lead in that movie. I forget her name. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
We say our
Courtney
Googles
Cox,
out loud
right?
here. We
Hmm?
say our Googles out loud. Idle hands.
Yeah.
Star.
Google it. Google the
I haven't seen the
cast of that
film, so
movie.
this is not very helpful to me.
Idle Hands movie.
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba. She was hot in that movie, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure she was hot in that movie.
She's still hot.
That movie was silly.
It was very silly. Idle Hands, Devil's Playground. Dude's hand gets possessed by an evil spirit. He cuts it off.
Yeah. He cuts off his hands and then, one hand, and it starts murdering people.
That's exactly
what band was in that movie? Fuck. What was that? It was that punk rock band with the guy with the blonde hair, the frosted tips.
You're describing every
Sugar Ray?
punk rock band in
No.
late 90s.
No, let me. They did that one song. Fly for a White Guy.
Oh, freaking
Fly for a White Guy song. What was it? What was the band? Let me Google it. I'm Googling it.
Hey, if you're experts on early ska or punk, write us at ScrubMode. What's our Gmail?
ScrubModeGames@gmail.com.
Oh, Offspring. The Offspring.
Oh yeah, Offspring's good. Anyway.
Yeah, they were in that movie.
I might have to put this on my Halloween list now.
I just remember the kill in the movie where someone gets noosed and then pulled into like an HVAC.
Yeah.
Ooh. Not a lot of
And I was
HVACs
like,
in
wow,
D&D, but I like the noose.
yeah, it's crazy.
Well, buds, let's do our history book. Crawling claws are exactly what we've described. It's a spooky hand. We've been
Mhm.
around since first edition, specifically since Dragon Magazine issue number 32 in 1979.
Hmm.
Uh, what do you guys? You guys look at the stat block now. What do you see? Anything neat?
High dex, I guess the
Yeah,
highest stat is dex. I see 14 dex.
yeah,
Speed of 20 feet. Wow, they're tiny. They're always small, right?
yeah. Well, I think you could like other monsters. You can give them more hit dice and size them up. I could see you buffing it
Do
up
like maybe
from
it's like a
tiny to
giant
medium
hand.
or large and make that Zelda hand boss.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bongo Bongo.
Oh yeah, that's the one. You got
That
any
guy's a
takes?
fun fight.
Yeah. Master Hand from Super Smash
Oh
Brothers.
yeah,
Oh, there's one.
give him a fly
That's a
speed.
good
There you
one.
go.
Yeah, you can shoot lasers now with bullets out of his fingers.
I think
Uh,
they're very cute. They don't have any strong abilities, but they have a lot of cute abilities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they
Conditions.
have a climb speed, which is the same as their walking speed. So they can be climbing on walls and shit. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's a great spot. Have them hanging on the ceiling. Somebody drops a noose, like you were just
You
saying.
just
I love
drop.
that noose thing. I'm obsessed with that now.
pretty great.
They can drop on your players and just like
Start
like
choking them.
yeah, grab them on their face.
Yeah, grab them, blind them, grab them
Uh,
on their face, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And they have blind sight out to 30 feet, so that they can hide in complete darkness and just wait.
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
they're blind beyond this radius.
Passive perception is 10, I see.
that's the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
10's the like bare
They're
minimum.
just aware enough.
Yeah, I mean, pretty aware for a thing that doesn't have eyes.
It's
they're
funny,
they're
they
just aware
understand
enough to
common but can't
strangle you.
speak.
Yeah.
They don't have any mouth to talk.
Uh,
That means that if you can convince one, you can kind of have it do something for you.
Yeah,
they're intelligence 5, so they're smarter than a dog. So maybe.
maybe.
I
Um,
need you to pick that up. No, I said pick it up. No, that thing. No, the other thing.
I'm just picturing Thing from the Addams Family again.
This one over here, like pointing with its finger.
Yeah.
Trying
See,
to
now
stay
I think this would
balanced.
be
That one.
a great familiar for like a necromancer or a warlock, is just like your master's cursed hand.
Yeah, that'd be pretty great. Yeah, maybe it's a vampire hand, and he's got like like Dracula powers or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, undead warlock or whatever. Yeah, there's ways to
Yeah.
do it. Anyway,
Yeah.
And when it turns into a bat, it's just a wing. One wing.
they're immune to turn undead, which is good because at
They're already undead. Yes.
yeah, well, turn undead's that cleric thing where you hold up your cross and scare stuff away.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
And you're like,
So yeah,
back,
these guys do
back.
not care about Jesus. Jesus cannot scare or vaporize the hands.
Nope.
they're they're cleric's worst enemies,
Yeah,
atheists.
I mean it's good because at challenge rating 0, otherwise like you flash that cross and these guys disintegrate. I say
Yeah,
cross, but
it'd be
whatever.
too
It's
easy.
D&D, whatever holy symbol. You're probably not
with
afraid of
with
Jesus.
2 hit points, they're going to disappear from the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's really funny though, because not even like liches and vampires, like they have resistance to turning, but they're not immune to it. But these guys just are immune. Weird.
Are just full immune.
Yeah. No mechanical reason for it, or no fluff reason for it. Just pure mechanics of we don't want a cleric to single-handedly kill an entire room full of cursed hands.
Definitely.
Yeah. We want these guys to give you a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess the interaction is that it's scurrying around and you're just trying to get a beat on it and
Yeah.
You're just trying to hit it with a stick.
I could see that, but like it's the cross thing, right? You don't have to aim your cross at Dracula. You just gotta
Yeah.
show
You
it
go,
to him.
ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, Blay, why?
Why?
Hmm.
Get that
I
out
don't
of
know
my
if this is
face.
I don't
Hmm.
know if this is still cool, but I do very much love that scene from The Mummy, where the
Oh
mummy
yeah.
confronts
Oh.
the little thief character, and the thief character goes through every single holy symbol he can,
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
and he
That
finally
was
pulls out the
great.
Star of David, and the dude's like, "Oh, the language of the slave is fantastic. You're gonna be my Renfield."
Like, damn.
Hmm.
That's
Well,
the last cute. Did you see this cute little thing about them? Is that they can do slashing damage or bludgeoning damage, claw's choice, which I
it's on
imagine
their
is either
choice.
them
Yeah.
stabbing you or sucker punching you.
The whatever suits their mood.
Yeah, it
They'll give you
specifies it's
either a
their
knuckle
choice.
sandwich or
I'm just wondering how it propels itself.
Dark
magic.
magic.
There's no arm attached to it to like.
Yeah, well, like it's already a disembodied hand moving around. It's like that skeleton problem. It's like,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
Warhammer Fantasy is my other big thing, but like in Warhammer Fantasy, your regiments, you had like a captain and a standard bearer and a musician, and it's like, why does the skeleton have a flute or a trumpet? It's a skeleton. It can't.
He
It's
doesn't
got
have
no lips.
lungs.
It's got no lungs.
Yeah. It's very silly.
Magic.
Yeah, dark magic.
It's that hair. That heresy that's making that wind blow. It's the love of the emperor that lets them play the music.
Yes.
Yeah, devil made him
You
do it.
know, oh,
Exactly.
just
Let's see
throw
what.
out every excuse.
Yeah. Hey, you're the DM. You don't have to explain shit. You could just say a wizard did it. It's built
Yeah.
into D&D. You don't have to explain shit.
Exactly.
You really don't have to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. That's it for rules. I don't get anything else to add for rules. Like I said, cute, effective. I like them.
Yeah. Yeah, they're fun. Fun little haunted house thing, I guess you could
Yeah.
do.
Haunted houses, I think, perfect. How about you, Ryan?
Yeah.
You got any thoughts
Hmm.
before we move on to their
Uh,
flaw?
the it would be very amusing to see like a tower of them. Just
A hand
them
tower.
sitting on top of each other, and then they would purposefully just fall on people.
Yeah.
What if there was
And
like a
land
foot
and land
equivalent
like
where it's
30
like a
punches.
crawling foot instead? It's like the crawling claw, but it's a foot.
But it's just a toe. Just a
Go
foot.
for it.
They probably can't climb like the hand, but yeah, they got to run speed.
Or what if it's like what if it slapped you?
Trolls. I love this optional rule, but trolls do have the optional little rule. It's called like wicked limbs or loathsome limbs. That's it. Where it's like if you land a critical hit on a troll, you randomize what you critical hit, and the leg or arm pops off and keeps attacking you. It's very fun.
That's
Oh.
super funny.
We'll get to trolls
pretty
eventually.
cool.
I love trolls. They're one of my favorite monsters.
That's silly.
But not for a long ass time.
We'll get there.
Oh.
I don't know. Fluff wise, they're the hands of murderers usually. They can pop off of the still living murderer and go and do
Ooh.
murders while they sleep and then attach themselves, which could
Hmm.
make for a good spooky low level murder mystery.
Yeah, that could be fun. I can see that. I can totally see that. Yeah.
Weirdly, the monster manual says that destroying the claw, the spooky hand, kills the murderer, but killing the murderer who's asleep does not stop the claw.
His soul is in the
okay.
claw.
Yeah, his murder soul's in the hand.
I see.
Well, damn.
That's all I got for spooky hand before we move on to some real world spooky hands.
Oh boy.
You guys got
Real
anything
world
else to add?
spooky hands.
Well, I got a lot of spooky hands. I'm gonna. Have you guys got? There's no way of avoiding it. Go ahead, make your masturbation jokes. We're gonna talk about the hairy hands of Devin.
The hairy hands of Devin.
Go ahead. This is your turn. Go ahead.
Devin, why?
Devin, why?
That's where we get the myth that your hands get hairy if you masturbate.
No, I have no idea where that comes from.
Specifically from this man.
Devin.
Devin ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Devin.
Thanks, Devin.
Devin.
It was super innocent until you showed up.
I do wonder where that comes from now. Probably nowhere good.
I'm sure.
Nah, not at all.
Anyway, no, Devon is a place in England.
Oh,
So
okay.
get your tea ready.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm sipping my tea.
Blake of the Monster Talk podcast did a fantastic episode on this, and most of my research here borrows from his sources, so credit there. But yeah. So going back to 1921, a phantom pair of spooky hairy hands has allegedly been grabbing onto steering wheels and wrestling cars into ditches and stuff like that and into accidents on the B3212 road.
Really?
Yeah.
This is
that's really devious.
I mean, as much as anything else we talk about here.
You telling me that, okay, an disembodied hand just jumps into a moving car, grabs the steering wheel.
Or motorcycle, as we'll see.
I see. Wow.
And crashes them. In no way is alcoholism related to this.
In no way, because that was my first guess.
How does it get into the car?
It's a ghost hand.
It just phases in and it's all like, I'm taking it.
So like it's on a morse, like the mist rolls in and then the spooky hands appear. Yeah.
Instead of Jesus take the wheel, it's crawling claw takes the wheel.
Yeah.
Crawling claw take my wheel.
I don't have eyes. Signs in American Sign Language before smashing the car into the guardrail.
Just take it. Just grab on and hope for the best.
So the story really starts in the Daily Mail, which, as we know from our other paranormal stuff, is still a fucking tabloid rag, where we learn about duendes and Bigfoot and stuff and UFOs.
Right.
October 14th, suspiciously close to Halloween in 1921, a T. Gifford reports that a doctor was riding a motorcycle with 2 children in the sidecar. Don't think about why he had 2 children in the sidecar.
I wonder.
Were they his children? I hope they were his children.
Not his children. I think if we dig down into it, I didn't write it down. I think they're like a family friend's children, but it was not sufficiently explained to my liking.
I see.
But I need to know, were the children's hands hairy?
Not stated.
Oh.
Which is going to make this next part weird. So suddenly something went wrong and the doctor was like, "You gotta bail, kids."
Oh, what? Wow.
So they jumped out of the motor.
You gotta jump, kiddos.
Yeah.
So he just tells them to jump out the freaking sidecar.
Yeah.
Wow. What year is this again?
1921.
1920s. The Roaring 20s, 100 years ago. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100 and... God, what year is it? 101 years ago. 102 years ago. Fuck.
Wow.
The year of hairy-handed autopilot.
But it wasn't very good because he crashed and died. But the kids lived.
Okay, good.
Well, that's good. I mean,
at least the children lived.
It's a shame he had to go, but, you know, he saved the kids. So he said, kids, I can't simply just slow down and avoid crashing. You have to jump.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been there. Maybe he couldn't slow down in time. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I've never had a crawling claw attack me IRL.
Yeah. Well, in that same article, there's another story about a motorcyclist. Same thing happens. But he survives, and he lives to report that the steering wheel was grabbed by a pair of spooky, hairy, muscular phantom hands.
The hands were muscular.
They were muscular, yeah.
How could he tell?
I guess they grabbed his hand. I mean, they were strong enough to wrestle him.
Wow.
But how does he know from like?
This is before this is before the breathalyzer, I guess.
That's a good question. Probably. which is
Like, was the finger
often wrong, by
diameter
the
on
way.
these hands like at least like what, like 6 centimeters?
I'm telling you what I hear. I don't
Like,
know.
what makes it muscular? Did it have veins popping out?
Imagine like Blanca's hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You know, like just
Or
two
like
like
Zangief's hands, just like
Zangief's hands, yeah.
And it had like that kite wrapped around him.
Zangief, take the wheel.
Russian bear drive. Anyway,
That's what
Zangief rules.
happened. The
So like
car got 360'd into the ground.
so
Bro got
repeat.
command grabbed.
He is my favorite Street Fighter character, but I'm not a fighting game guy. I'll say that.
Yeah,
It's okay. Zangief is awesome.
he is great.
He does the lariat.
He's great. We love a big Russian dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
He has pants now in 6, I
I
think.
think he looks great with the pants.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, he rocks them.
Give more wrestlers pants.
He's
Yeah.
one step closer to being king.
I'm also not a wrestling fan, so I'm
He
really
just
out of my
needs like
element.
a bear head.
I would love if they did a Sabretooth where they just gave him pants and then like a big furry coat and then no shirt and like let him rock.
Hell yeah.
Remember Cross Tekken, or what was the game called again?
Yeah, Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Yeah,
that was
fun.
a fun game. That was pretty cool. You could actually have King fight Zangief.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I did not play that one. That's dope.
That's
I also like
good.
King, which like tells you that like I
King's
love the heavy
super dope.
characters in fighting games.
Yeah.
King's awesome because he has his whole moveset is just linking together wrestling throws and grapples. And it's just so funny, like grabbing someone and then grabbing them again and then grab.
Yeah, catch him in.
I mean, like they could,
Scammer.
like they could break out of it anytime by like pressing grab to break out of the grapple, but like who cares? I'm going to grab you and then grab you again.
Speaking of grabbing, this guy got grabbed by some muscular hands.
Yeah, he got grabbed by some muscular hands.
Some hairy muscular hands.
Yeah, they wrestled his car away from him and threw it into a ditch somewhere.
It was a motorcycle, right?
Yeah. Well, like
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like there's like 100 more of these, but they're all the same thing. Like someone is driving over this road, they see some hairy hands that either take control of the vehicle and crash it, or fail to take control of the vehicle, but it's real scary.
I see.
And, like my D&D take here is like steal this if your players are riding into town on a horse or a cart. Have a bunch of spooky hands drop on them from a tree and try to crash them.
That'd be great. Yeah.
That's how they get Scooby-Doo. That's how they get stuck in Haunted Town. That's my take.
Yeah.
Like,
I like
the
that.
mystery machine lost a horse.
Yeah. Whatever your players want to call their personal mystery machine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It sounds a lot like an excuse for alcoholic driving.
I make no. That's my bet. Especially, I mean, like, that or just an urban myth. Like, I don't know. We don't have to put our skeptic hats on this. You know what? I'm just going to change gears here. How do you guys feel about learning some dark magic?
I've always wanted to, man.
All right.
Dark magic.
So this isn't like a cryptid, but it's like D&D related, and it's a cool story. Have you guys ever heard of a Hand of Glory? Which, yes, make your masturbation jokes.
The only hand of glory I have is
this one. Right here.
Right here.
This one with the gorilla grip.
The phantom hairy muscular gorilla grip. That's the one.
That one right there. That guy.
So the answer is no. You've never heard of this allegedly real magical.
No,
not at all.
All right. So this is a tool for thieves and necromancers that allows them to go about unseen at night in a variety of ways.
Ooh.
So I'm mostly, we have fractured evidence for like a handful of these, but our most complete manuscript was written in 1823 and is in the Whitney Museum. Anyone want to read some dramatic text?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it, Ryan.
All right, there you
Yeah,
go.
what?
Drop it in chat.
Oh, okay. Here. Sorry, I was leaning back in my chair. All right, let's see. Uh, it must be cut from the body of a criminal on the gibbet, pickled in sulk, and the urine of man, woman, dog, horse, and mare, smoked with herbs and hay for a month,
Happy 420,
hung
by the way, day before we record this.
420, boo, boo,
Oh
boo,
yeah.
boo. Hung on an oak tree for 3 nights running, then laid at a crossroads, then hung on a church door for 1 night while the maker keeps watch in the porch. And if it be that no fear hath driven you forth from the porch, then the hand be true one, and it be yours.
Well done, thank you.
It'll be out of hands?
You know what a gibbet or a gibbet is? I think the rest of this is pretty self-explanatory.
Criminal on the gibbet. That's like a. It's like the thing that they with your hands and head through, right?
No, it's just a place where you get hanged.
Oh, I see.
Ah.
That was my second guess.
Yeah, you were real
So
close.
it must be from a hung criminal?
Yeah, you
Like,
got to find a criminal who's been hung. You got to cut off his left hand. You got to pickle it in salt and a bunch of different kinds of piss.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you need like that was
You
I
need
was like, wow,
man
that's a
piss.
lot of pee.
You got man
Yeah.
piss, lady piss, dog piss, horse piss, and
We
female
require
horse
the
piss.
urine of man, woman, dog, horse, and mare,
We're dealing with some
which
powerful
is just
piss
lady
magic.
horse.
It's weird how it's man horse. It's 1823, gender binary sucks, but yeah. But like, weird that the dog's the only one where you don't need like a
They
dog and
don't
a female
specify.
dog. Yeah. Anyway,
They don't say man, woman, dog, bitch. I think there would be some kind of strength behind that writing.
Yeah.
Truly dark magic.
Yeah.
So oftentimes the hand of glory, which is again it's a dude's hand, is
Mhm.
accompanied
Yeah.
with a candle made from the fat of the hanged person,
Oh wow.
I see.
complete with a wick made from their hair.
Oh yeah, that sounds like some dark magic
That's
right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's some spooky dark magicking.
Sometimes one of the fingers is lit instead if there's no candle. Depends on the story. But yeah,
Hmm.
there's no way in hell you guys will be able to guess this other than what I said earlier. But do you want to know what specifically the hand of glory could do?
Anything you want, I imagine, right?
Yeah, you got a hand. You got that piss magic. No one's gonna
It's
stop
accompanied
you.
by winks. um,
Does he? Is he like a? Is it like a familiar thing where he like steal and spy on people for you, or
Ooh.
what?
Like at the Turklish from a few episodes earlier.
is it like a demon repellent?
No. So this is so weird and specific. So you can paralyze everyone in a house except for the holder.
Huh.
You can send everyone in the house but the holder into a deep sleep.
Okay.
Interesting.
So you can see why thieves might like it.
Yeah.
Or you can make a light that only the holder can see.
I see.
That's magic.
Yeah.
That's some magic stuff.
I have another weird. This is from a different manuscript, which is the It's a less complete version. It's the 1722 Petit Albert. But this is how you stop a hand of glory if you're trying to defend your house. Someone want to take a swing at this one?
Oh sure.
I don't know. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'll go for it.
Yeah.
The hand of glory would become an ineffective. Okay, let me try again. The hand of glory would become ineffective, and thieves would not be able to utilize it if you were to rub the threshold or other parts of the house by which they may enter with an unguent composed of the gall of a black cat, the fat of a white hen, and the blood of the screech owl. This substance must be compounded during the dog days. What does that even fucking mean?
All right, so
Is that like a
you got
That's an
dog's day?
incredible. That's an incredible set of rules that you must need to follow in order to create the repellent to Hands of Glories.
have you guys ever heard of like the dog days of summer?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So it's like it's the particularly hot day. I should have put this in my notes, but it's the hottest part of the summer.
Oh, I see.
Where everyone's
Okay.
it's too hot to fucking do anything.
Right.
And when
So
the dog
this,
star Sirius is high in the sky,
Hmm.
and
so you
like
must make it on the hottest day where it smells the
you
worst.
have to reapply it. You have to make a goo from cat gall and owl blood and stuff, and then you got to smear it on
And a
your
screech
threshold,
owl.
which is your door frame, basically.
Yeah.
And you
You gotta
gotta
do
you
it
gotta
during the hottest
reapply
day of
it.
summer.
You gotta reapply it when Sirius is high in the sky during the heat of the summer, because this is a time for thunderstorms and fever and drought and bad luck and rabies.
I see. Probably because it's
Which
so
is the
hot out.
perfect
Yeah,
opportunity. It's the perfect opportunity to create a repellent on
I
one
mean
of the days that
we're
you
all
can
LA
get.
natives, right? So we understand. Like you got to
Yeah.
make that
Oh yeah.
repellent.
Yeah.
You gotta.
It's hot. It's too hot to do anything.
Damned if you don't.
You make sure to smear a lot of like what is gall of a
What
black cat? What is that?
I believe it comes from the gallbladder, but that doesn't really help.
No.
uh, well,
So
you're
it's like
extracting some kind of material from it.
yeah, the fat
Yeah,
of a white hen and the blood of the owl of the screech owl. I'm sure I'm sure gall fat and blood all over your house won't make you sick at
stinky,
all.
No,
stinky.
no. Yeah, especially on the hottest day
Yeah.
where it will definitely, definitely ferment in the worst way possible.
Oh yeah.
Like John said, stinky.
Stinky.
Very stinky. You
Anyway,
guys
how
hear
does
that?
this?
Can you hear
Make sure
that
you
in the
tell the kids
background?
not to step in it.
Yeah.
You're
It's
gonna
a
break the magic circle.
there's an ice cream truck. Pardon the ice cream truck.
I can't hear the ice cream truck, but now I
Go get
really
an
want
ice
ice
cream.
cream.
I know. I want ice cream
I'm still
now.
bummed that they stopped making Choco Tacos. That's the
Oh yeah, I
worst.
used to
They
live on those
did.
things.
They
Yeah,
did. Those
That's we're
bastards.
we're in the worst timeline.
Those fucking bastards took away the Choco
Yeah,
Taco.
they killed the Choco Taco.
Ugh.
You son of a bitch!
uh let's see, last thing on this, it doesn't relate to D&D. I have no idea how to tie it back to D&D. I'm surprised there isn't a Hand of Glory item. It might be in some weird splat book anywhere, but the Whitney Museum says the only way to douse the flames of a Hand of Glory and thus stop it is with milk. No other substance will put it out.
They're going by Minecraft rules.
Why is that Minecraft rules?
In Minecraft, drinking milk will remove every type of debuff that your character has.
Really?
Yes, that is the truest true thing. It's been there since like debuffs has been a thing, like from like I think the potion update. But drinking a glass of milk will keep you healthy.
Well, there you
Just by
go.
good,
Maybe
man.
that's inspired by that.
Hey, I'm look, I'm saying all I'm saying. The Minecraft people they take inspiration from strange places.
They
Oh
do,
yeah.
and
I won't.
Minecraft's not D&D, but it is gaming. So thank you for helping me stick the landing.
Minecraft's not D
Yeah.
and D except for the D&D expansion pack that they
Is
have.
there? Let the children yearn for the mines.
They do.
Exactly.
That's
I
not
bet
mine.
if
That's a
you
tweet.
I I bet if you brought like an 1800s person to here and showed them Minecraft and they're like, "Ah, yes, the propaganda to inspire workers."
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we can make it work. That's
It's
all I got
best
for
to start
spooky
them young,
hands.
build the muscle on the
What
pickaxe
other
arm.
hands are there, John?
That's all I got. That's all I
That's
got.
all.
You guys
Okay,
got any
cool.
closing thoughts on crawling hands, or hands of glory, or other kinds of hands?
Hands of Glory
Uh,
is like a great name. I love
it
that.
Yeah,
really is. Hand of Glory is pretty sick. Like not like not in like a oh that's disgusting. Like sick as in a cool way.
it's cool.
That's the that's the hip slang from our time.
Yeah, I love how specific all this magical stuff is.
It
It's
really
pretty.
it's great.
It's very explicit instructions.
Hmm.
It's very specific to the point of nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
I
that's sort of what
require
like
you to gather several types of filth from several types of beings. I'm gonna
kids.
need you to mix them in a lemonade pitcher, and then I'm gonna need you to put it on ice. Then, after 4 fortnights, you're going to bring that bag
Yeah,
out of the fridge. I'm gonna have you break the lemonade glass without rupturing the solution within. If you do, you'll have to start over. But when you get it, make sure it's sitting out there in a full moon, and by the end of that day, you'll get X item. It only lasts for 45 minutes, but you understand that the work you put into it will pay off.
Oh man.
amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Transition. So how do we go from hands to squids? Quick.
uh, they both have limbs equal to the amount that is on them.
I mean, facts, I guess. I can't argue that hands do have limbs, and squids also have limbs, and there's different numbers.
Mm.
No, they have
Uh,
10 digits each.
Actually, that's true. Like 2 hands, 1 squid. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
You
go.
got it.
Saved me
Look
again,
at
Ryan.
Do squids have
that.
tentacles? I thought they had 8 tentacles.
So they
No,
have
squids have 10 tentacles.
they have
Oh.
I believe they have 8 arms and then 2 tentacles. But like it's
Oh.
at the difference between arms and tentacles is academic.
I
You
see.
know,
Yeah.
technically octopi don't have any tentacles, but like
Hmm.
anyway, not important. Hey, we've completed the seas. Let's give ourselves another.
Exactly.
Hooray.
Yeah.
And again, if you're at home, I want you to whatever you're doing, drop that dish. Who
Break
cares
that
about the
glass.
traffic?
Stop brushing your hair.
Round of
Put away your
applause.
book.
Drop your newborn baby.
Yeah. They'll
No, please
experience it
don't.
at one point in their life.
Please
Being
don't.
let
Will you guys
down.
stop?
Oh man.
Lose your spill your medication on the floor. Watch it roll under the couch.
Jeez, we're getting a
Give
little
us a
dark.
clap.
We are joking. Thank you for listening. We appreciate
Yeah.
it. So yeah, this is a flying squid that This is the dark mantle. It's a
Hmm.
flying
Okay.
squid that hangs out on the ceilings of caves and pretends to be a stalactite because T is tight is top.
And might is the strength of the earth. Get
Which is
it.
bottom.
Let's go.
Let that be a lesson to all you power bottoms out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it pretends to be stalactite, hangs out on the top, and then drops down and attempts to suffocate your players. And it looks basically exactly like a vampire squid.
That's cool.
I
Yeah.
love them.
There's this weird whole branch of monsters in the monster manual that do this. Like you have the roper, which pretends to be a stalagmite, and then shoots out a bunch of tentacles to drag people in. And it has a larval form called a piercer who drops down from the ceiling after also pretending to be a stalactite. Yeah, just a whole. I mean, they're mimics. Just it's this whole weird family of D&D monsters that make a weird fake ecosystem no one thought about. And maybe if somebody wanted to do a cool spec evo project, they could hammer it into something that makes sense. But they're traps with hit points. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Um, yeah, they're pretty cool. They're pretty unique, but like I think the best way to use them is like traps, and that like if they make an ambush on your players and they goof, like if a mountain lion misses its pounce, it's done, right? It's an
Yeah.
ambush predator. It's not going to keep fighting, and I think you got to play these guys the same way.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're a jump scare.
They are. They
Yeah,
really are.
they're jump square, the squid.
Um,
Small monstrosity.
they can echolocate. They can make magical darkness, which even your dark vision players can't see through. And they love to drop down on people's heads and crush them. And that's it. That's
That's it.
challenge rating 1/2. They're very, very basic, but very cool looking little dudes.
They're pretty cool.
I mean, they're vampire squids, so
Yeah.
they're automatically cool.
That can fly.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And breathe air.
Yeah. Again, I'm in my Spec Evo brain. Maybe you could be like, it's so wet in the outer dark, in the underdark, in the cave system.
Yeah.
They can breathe through their skin like amphibians.
Yeah.
We can
I
just
don't know.
pretend.
You guys got any thoughts about them before we move on to the fluff, like mechanically?
Go squids.
Go Squids.
Squids.
Well said. We're a
I
pro
mean,
squid podcast.
Yeah.
yeah. What's there to say other than I love them?
Love them. Cute.
They're
Nice.
weird.
Cute. This episode's about cute monsters that just do one or two things, but golly, they do them real well.
Yeah.
There's mechanically there's some thought and flavor put in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just enough to work with.
Just enough to work with. Yeah, in the fluff, there's very little fluff on these guys, but it does say that ecologically they fulfill the same niche on the shadow plane as bats do on the material plane. Which, like, what do bats do, right? They eat bugs and pollinate.
Yeah.
So in the shadow realm, what fucked up kind of plants and shit got, or the flying squids that drop on people's heads from caves, pollinate them
Huh.
and eat the bugs.
I bet they're like really, really fucked up.
Yeah. The
They
monster
can
manual
fly,
also notes they can be trained as guard dogs. Cute.
Ooh.
I see. Yeah.
Or it's like, hey, why do you have a big overhang here along your pathway? No reason.
Yeah.
Don't look up.
Don't look up. And don't come out at night either.
Definitely not.
That's very suspicious, and they don't like that. Who's they?
Yeah.
No one. Don't look up.
Listen, are you gonna sell me the pig or not? Because I got some mouths to feed.
No, yeah, sure. Just step to the side, and don't look up.
I got nothing else on these guys. Any thoughts before I show you? I tell you about some squidly cryptids, some
Oh
squidwards.
man, I'm excited for these
Squidwards.
Let's jump into the
squiddids.
squibtids.
Crypt squid.
Cryptid squids.
Yeah.
So like
There
the
must be a
obvious,
lot. I mean, there's like freaking leviathans and shit.
yeah. I'm gonna save like the Leviathan and the Kraken for the Kraken episode. Instead, I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you guys about a much stupider cryptid.
Oh boy.
Ryan, Julio, my dear friends,
Mhm.
have you
Yeah.
ever heard of the Pacific Northwest tree octopus?
No way.
Oh. I have not heard of that.
I've never heard of this.
What the hell is that?
So this was dying out by the time I first came up to Seattle. You still see them occasionally. When I got my Washington State citizenship, my now father-in-law gave me a Pacific Northwest a Save the Pacific Northwest Tree Octopus sticker.
Oh boy.
It's
Okay.
no Bigfoot, but it's like our second most beloved cryptid, but it's like a hipster cryptid.
I see.
Because the Pacific Northwest tree octopus was an internet hoax created in 1998 by a humor writer under the pseudonym Lyle Zapato.
I see.
Zapato.
Zapato. So the idea was that um, there was a lot of it was the 90s. There was a lot of conservation happening, which I am pro. I think you guys are with me.
Yeah, I
Do not
definitely think.
burn the rainforest. Do not kill the condors. Do not nuke the whales.
Please don't.
Um, but and it is unclear to me exactly what this dude's stance on this was. But we that includes like a lot of logging had to stop in the 90s in the Pacific Northwest because turns out like cutting down huge ancient forests was bad for like the owls and shit here.
Right.
So off the back of this guy started this hoax and he said it's so rainy up here in the forests. They're so dense. Maybe, possibly, plausibly, could there be an octopus? Because we have lots of octopi up here in the Puget Sound, including the world's biggest octopus. Is it possible
Ooh.
that an octopus could have evolved to escape the water and live here where it rains like 90% of the time?
I mean, maybe not this time, but I remember that when the what's it called again?
You're making my heart sing, dear Julio. You're
The
talking about,
speculative biology where
yeah, you're talking about
uh,
the future is wild
the
with the
future's
squivins and
wild.
shit.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
squivids. Yeah,
I love the squivins.
I love them. They're great. I like
They're the little
the
guys
giant
that run all
elephant-sized
weird, right?
squids too.
Yeah. Was that just called an elephant squid? What was it? Doesn't matter.
Can't remember.
It's cool and cute.
It's very awesome. I love the idea. Yeah.
So yeah, this is a very light and fun version of Spec Evo, and basically, any as you guys were just talking about, basically anybody who's ever done a speculative evolution project has done a "What if octopuses came on the land?" This is like a meme or a trope within this very weird subset of art and science.
Yeah.
And so, because it was the 90s again, this very quickly became a bumper sticker, of which I've been gifted one that says "Save the Pacific Northwest Tree Octopus." And it was like, you got to stop the logging because you're killing this very rare tree octopus.
Yeah. Also, real animals.
Yeah, like that's the
Yeah.
thing is like, and I see some Bigfoot people do this, and I love it. Where people are
Mhm.
like, you have to stop fracking because it's killing Bigfoot, and for some reason, some people care more about Bigfoot than they do about real cool animals like bears. And as
Yeah.
long as it works,
Like bears and deer and moose and shit and rabbits and
You're
squirrels.
just like instantly, just like bears.
there's something like a bear is very, and I say this loving the bears. I love our local zoo bears.
Mhm.
My wife has got me bear pilled. I think bears are great.
Bear
Um,
Yeah.
pills.
bear
Hell
like
yeah, bear pilled.
yeah, I think bears are great now. I used to not like bears. I used to think they were fine and generic and boring, and now I think they're like big dogs that sometimes pretend to be big feet, and I love them.
Yeah.
And they can one punch man most things. They're great.
They really can.
And they got cute little round, and they're just literally a ton of muscles that can kill and eat anything, and then they got cute little round ears on top.
Yeah, they got cute little ears.
I think bear ears are so cute, but I'm a big
They're
dog
great.
and cat ear fan, so maybe
Yeah.
I just think ears on our little fuzzy buds are cute.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
for some reason, people find bears boring, generic everywhere, but Bigfoot very exciting, and so that was maybe the thought here. No one truly knows what Zapato's motives were. Um,
Hmm.
Based on the website, it seems to be lols,
Mostly, I can see that.
or like, and we don't have time to get into Discordianism or Infowar activism, but it seems to be just like a chaotic thing to do in the late 90s before chaotic things were no longer funny and the internet became a toxic wasteland. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, all too well.
Do you guys know about like the Church of Dudism or the Church of the Subgenius, stuff like that?
Church of the Subgenius, dudism. That's not anything that has to do with like the dude from?
Yes, it is. People
Oh
turned it
really?
into a religion, and you can become an ordained minister in Dudism.
Oh man,
As
that's
a joke
awesome.
religion. The vibe feels very similar to that with the tree octopus, is what I'm getting at, and it's from the same
Right.
time period.
I see. Yeah, I feel it.
So I have no direct evidence of this, but in Zapato's bio page, he references the New World Order, quote unquote, Sasquatch revolts, recreational freon use, mind control, evasion technology and techniques, juvenile black helicopters, and a bunch of other like late 90s stuff that again sort of references like cattle mutilation and UFOs and conspiracies back when they were largely fun and before they became like, incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, for real. Oh man.
Before they gnawed on our very shared idea of shared reality and ruined everything.
Yeah.
So Zapato still runs a website that was last updated in 2013 that catalogs every single reference and all the fan art he can find made of the Pacific Northwest tree octopus. And he does it all in character of like an activist trying to save these animals. It's very cute. Check it out.
That's funny.
Do you guys want to get just a little bit bummed out?
Fine, I could use the catharsis, I guess.
Yeah, Ryan, do you want? I need enthusiastic consent.
Oh God. Sure. Oh.
Give
You
us
good?
the dose of reality.
Okay.
Do it. Do it. Hit us up.
I think it said 2013 earlier. I think it dyslexiated out. It was the website was last updated in 2019. Anyway,
2019. I see.
in 2007, Liu et al. Conducted an empirical study on 13-year-old U.S. school children and their ability to
Okay.
critically evaluate online information.
Oh.
I guess you can go where this. I guess you guys can probably guess where this is going because
Mhm.
it is 2023 and people
Mhm.
are still not good at this at all.
Right.
Not at all.
But they
No.
showed them the Save the Tree Octopus website and just. You want to guess how it went? Could these kids figure it out if it was a fake or not?
I don't think they
They
could.
said, "My God, there's tree octopi."
Yeah. Actually, let me make this more interesting, especially because we have a few minutes. Like, what percentage of the kids do you think thought it was real?
Like
I bet
90.
it was like 75%.
Okay, well then I guess I'm going to give you a little dose because it was just over half.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
wow.
70, half of,
Wow. That's
like,
wow.
we're talking like 55% thought it was real.
Like
I
a
the study pulled up
strong
in front of
60.
me, but my notes say just over half,
Just over half
Wow.
thought it was
So
real.
like
Wow.
just over
51%.
50%.
I see. That's significant.
Yeah, I think we
So
can
it's like
give a quick salute to Mr. Lyle Zapato and say like, InfoWars successfully conducted. You made your fake tree octopus website look real. Good
Yeah.
job. You fooled a bunch.
congrats.
Yeah.
So the study was repeated in 2017 in the Netherlands.
Uh-oh.
This time we don't have a percentage, but a number. How many of the 27 up to 27? How many school children do you think believed that the website was real and were unable to tell that it was a goof?
I'm gonna
27?
go
27
0.
kids. Yeah, the study was
27
conducted on
kids.
27 kids.
I bet 20 of them thought it was real.
I'll say like 3.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I believe Julio is our winner here because 25 of the children thought it was real.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
I wish I wasn't.
Oh
Yeah. Right.
boy.
I think that's so stark because that's a 10-year difference, and the number went from 50% in a
Yeah.
To like
country
nearly
where, like,
90.
not to take the low hanging fruit, but like we all went to public school
Yeah.
Yeah.
in North America. The education wasn't fantastic.
It
We
wasn't
certainly
the
weren't
best.
giving a lot of critical thinking. Like how to find misinformation skills.
For real.
And Netherlands has a better education system than the U.S., but even just 10 years later, I don't have the math, but 25 of the 27 kids bought it. And they
Wow.
cited like
Oh.
the fact that the teacher said it was real, and that the scientists air quotes who came in said it was real, and that the website looked legit. So yeah, I don't know what to make of that, but like, woof. Props to Mr. Zapato.
Props,
Good
man.
job.
Real recognize real.
Yep,
But not really.
your goof escaped.
Can't believe you done it.
Wow. Wow.
Mr. Zapato, tear down that wall.
Down. Info
man.
war. Anyway, That's what do we take from this and apply to our fun little guys? Probably nothing, but
Nothing.
Yeah.
he's the Pacific Northwest tree octopus is our number 2 cryptid. It's often talked about like a drop bear, like don't go into the woods alone and look up if you do, so you don't get
Right.
attacked by a tree octopus. It's
Right.
cute, fun, it's harmless? Question mark. And that's what I got for you today.
I see. Thank you so much, John.
Thank you, John, once again.
I guess we should do our outro. Sorry that
Yeah.
we should stop ending these on a bummer.
We'll figure it out.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
It's okay. I've
You can
always
end. You can end
I'm
on
just
a. I mean, some
yeah,
people might not see it as a bummer.
yeah.
They
I
might
don't
just
know.
find it very, very goofy.
Very goofy. The
So
world
I
is
think it's a
goofy.
thinker. Think on it.
It's a real thinker. It really makes you think like you think critically about the information you're getting. Check alternate sources, you know. Don't just get your news from one place.
Yeah. Hey, maybe Google stuff. Maybe Google stuff. Find an alternate source.
Yeah, and don't Google things in a way that that triggers your what's the word I'm looking for? Like confirmation bias, you know.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah.
Ah.
That's important, I think. But yeah. Oh man. Thanks so much for listening. Let's see, pluggables. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, and we'll shout you out. Give us a review. We'll say hi. Um, buy us a coffee, maybe. I'd appreciate it. Special thanks to Jesse Sanders for making our music. He's awesome.
He's a cool guy.
Very cool. Tell your friends about us. We'd really appreciate it. But yeah, we'll be here 2 weeks from now. And thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.